This might be like a bad thing to put out right now because my channel might get featured like in our school yearbook. It's fine, right? Oh, my hair looks so good. Oh my god. Hello, my name is Alexia and welcome to my channel where we are going to sip tea while we spill tea. Oh my god, look at me with my catchphrase that like isn't really a catchphrase because I've only used it once, but like still, oh my god. Oh, that's really hot. Hot, oh my god, because like, you know, I guess I'm deciding that I'm like a storytime bitch now, so here we go. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about a lovely teacher who exists, and I was lucky enough to be placed in her class. And there came about a day where she, like, you know, totally made a huge deal over my outfit and essentially called me a whore in front of the entire class. So let's get started. And like, by the way, just like right before I get into it, like, you should totally subscribe because like if you didn't, then like that's just rude. I have a son to look after. I'll put his picture on the screen, so I'm just saying. Okay, anyways, so I'm not gonna actually say the teacher's name because I don't know, just, you know, I'm a bitch, but not that much. Also, I don't know about like things, so we'll call her Mrs. Bettelheimer. Alright, Mrs. Bettelheimer. Okay, so this happened in September, I believe, and it's currently like February. So basically, like, at the start of my senior year, I like kind of was like transferring around classes a little bit about 3 weeks in. So I basically like I moved into her class like 3 weeks in, and like I'd heard of her, like people talk about like, oh, Mrs. Bettelheimer or whatever. Like I kind of heard like not great things, but I was like, whatever, like I need a class of this subject for this period because I need that for my schedule and I need to take this class because I just need it. And so I was put in her class and she was super nice at first. I was like, oh, she seems nice. I don't know what people have been talking about. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I literally, this happened like not even 2 weeks into being in her class, or at least like the first incident. In like September, it was still pretty warm where I live, but like the thing is, like, it would be like really cold in the morning, and then like later in the day, it would be like 80 degrees. So my, like, you know, stubborn ass, I was like, I'm not trying to like carry around a jacket later in the day. So what I would do is like I would wear my hoe outfit just to school, like just like that. And like I wouldn't put a jacket over it or anything. Like I'd just tough it out until it got warmer. And you know, I was like fine doing that. No teacher has ever like, well, this one teacher my sophomore year said something to me, but like that was different because she was kind to me and respectful about it and talked to me alone and not in front of the entire class. So, yeah. So, like, anyway, like, no teachers were like saying shit to me about like my outfits because like my school literally, like, we don't have a dress code other than like, you know, don't show up in your underwear and like don't be like wearing shirts with like profanity on them or like, you know, representing gangs or whatever. So, you know, and I wasn't doing any of that, so I was wearing this top to school. I will put it on the screen and probably also in the thumbnail. So basically, I remember I was just like minding my own damn business. I was just like writing something down, and she comes up to my desk and she just stands there. And she was like,
oh my goodness, like, aren't you cold?
And I was like, oh, well, like, not that much, like, I'm fine. And I thought it was gonna be like a little bit like, oh, haha, like, you know, whatever, and just like move on. But no, but then after I said that, she was like,
no, seriously, like, you need to go put on some clothes.
you know, you can really just sense the respect that she had for me. And so she said that, and I was just like, excuse me? And then she was like,
You need to go to the office and get something to wear because that is unacceptable. You're running around in your underwear.
and I was just like, dude, what the hell? Like, I was just like sitting there shocked because like no one's ever like, no teacher has ever been like said like shit like that to me or like been that like disrespectful towards me. Like, I've never really had beef with a teacher before. Like, the entire class is watching. She was just like,
You know, before I can give you your test, you need to leave and go get changed.
so I left. But like, she told me to go to the office and I didn't because edgy teens. I knew like what period my friend had that period. And I went and I was like, hey, can I borrow your jacket? Like, I'll explain later. And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so I went back to class and that was what I did and blah, blah, blah. The kid I sat next to, he was like, dude, that was like so out of line. And I was like, yeah, I know. So fast forward maybe like 2 weeks. Hold up. This is where it gets hot. So my petty ass, I wanted to wear that top again because I paid for it and I like it and I happen to own this wonderful thing called a washing machine. So like, you know, why the hell can't I? So I wore it to school again. And she comes up to my desk and she's all like,
What? All right. What do you think I'm gonna say?
and I'm just sitting there like, dude, I literally have no idea. Like, I literally just sat down. And she's like,
You need to go to the office and get changed.
and I was just like, why? And she was just like,
Your clothing is unacceptable.
see, like, I understand where she's coming from, but like, our school literally doesn't have a dress code. Like, you have no right, sir. I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna go. And so then she like moves on. She like goes and like does shit, like passes stuff out to like all the other kids or whatever. And then like a minute later she comes back to me and she's like,
Why are you still here? I told you to go to the office and get changed because you can't be walking around looking like that.
I didn't say anything. She was like, and then like walked away to like do shit again. And then she stands up at the front of the room. Everyone's looking. She looks me dead in the eyes. She points and she's all like,
Okay, I told you to go to the office. Are you gonna go, or do I need to call someone to get you?
and I was just like, call them. She went about her business like again. And she was like,
You're still here.
and I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm still here. What are you gonna do? Because I was like, I'm not gonna take it from this bitch again. Like, are you kidding? Like, I don't know, she went about her business again. And then she looks at me again and she's like, okay. She does this or whatever the hell. Like, wow, I'm so scared of you. Like, and then, and she's all like,
I need to call a police officer to come and get you.
and I'm just like, I didn't say anything, but in my head I was like, dude, like, what the hell? What, you gonna call 911? They're gonna be like, oh, what's your emergency? You can be like,
This bitch in my class is wearing inappropriate clothing.
like, dude, they're gonna laugh in your face. Like, what the hell? Why are you threatening to call the cops on me? I was like, dude, like, call them. Like, I'm not going anywhere. And then she gets on her phone and she calls the office and she says,
Hi, like, I need someone to come and get this student to go and cover up because she is not, and she's dressed like a whore.
sir, this bitch really said that. Everyone in the class was just like, and I was just like, wow, she really went there. This bitch. Hold up, the tea bag's in the way. By the way, this is decaf green tea from Trader Joe's. That's might focus, it might not, who knows. Okay, and then an admin comes, which is basically like an assistant principal. She comes to the class and she comes up to me and she's like, hey, like, can I talk to you outside? And I get up and I go, and the entire class is just watching. They're like, ooh. So I go outside and this lady tells me, she's like, okay, so you're not in trouble. We don't have a dress code here at this school. You're totally fine. What you're wearing is fine. Our only rules are like, don't wear profanity. Make sure, like, no, nothing like inappropriate is showing. And, like, don't like represent gangs. And she's like, you're completely covered up. Like, you're fine. This teacher, she's just being way out of line. And I apologize to you for this. And I was just like, she calls the teacher out. And I'm still there, and she like totally tells her off. It was so funny. It was great. She was just being like, you can't tell like kids what to wear or what to do with their bodies. It's disrespectful. It can cause self-esteem issues. There have been past lawsuits. She's fine. It's not like her parts are out or anything. So like there's no reason to be upset about this. We don't have a dress code here, so you really just like, you can't tell children what to wear. And the entire time I was just like, sucks to suck, bitch. She didn't even say sorry to me. Like, this teacher, like Miss Bettelheimer, she didn't say sorry to me or anything. She was just like, and then like the teacher went back inside and the admin talked to me again, and she was like, so I know y'all are supposed to be like taking a test, like just to like avoid like the uncomfortable like vibe in there. You can like come and like you can take your stuff and like take it in the office. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And so I go back inside and like I pick up my stuff to leave, and everyone thinks I like got in trouble or like some shit. And they're all like staring. And this one guy in the back is all like,
Oh, she gets to leave, what the hell?
and I was just like, okay. And so yeah, I honestly like I totally bombed that test, but so I forgot to say this, but my next door neighbor, she like works in the office, and I'm like friends with her son, so he told me about this. And apparently like that day after school, she like went straight to the office and she like demanded to see like our dress code regulations. And it's like, Jesus Christ, why are you taking this so seriously? Like, don't you have something better to do? Like, clearly not. Like, just like so extra. Like, oh my god, like just do your damn job and don't worry about like dumb shit like that. Like, oh my god. I think like a week later or something, Ms. Bettelheimer, she like came up to me and she was just like,
I just want you to know this isn't about you, it's not about me. This is about the dress code.
and like me, like I'm just like I don't want to stir up any more shit. So I'm just like not saying anything. I'm just like, okay. And she like shows me this thing and I'm just like, sis, that's like the old dress code, like before the principal changed it. But I didn't say anything. I was just like, I just like didn't want to deal with it. And ever since, she's been just like very like overly nice to me, and it's weird. So yeah, that is the tea, and about the time that my teacher called me a whore. Oh yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh wait, okay, one more thing. So after the first time that this happened, I emailed my principal about it because I was just like, dude, like this isn't right. Like she can't be talking to me like that. I know we don't have a dress code. Like she was being totally out of line, super disrespectful. She like humiliated me in front of the whole class because both times like she didn't take me aside. She didn't like, she wasn't respectful about it. She called me out in front of the whole class. She was very disrespectful, saying shit like, you're not covered up, you look like that. And I'm just like, dude, what the hell? Like, and you know what? Our principal, he's always bragging about like,
I will always answer your emails, always, because I want to be a good principal and help students out.
this bitch, he never responded to me. And I think I know why. I'm pretty sure it's because it was about like conflict with a teacher, and like he didn't want to have to deal with it or like have to discipline the teacher. So, but I don't know, shout out to you, sir. Thanks for being supportive and having my back. Like, everyone's principal my ass. So yeah, that is the tea. Thanks for watching. I appreciated it very much. I'm probably gonna put out some more story times. I might film more tonight maybe. But like, subscribe because there's probably gonna be more. And I also do other cute shit, like, every like 3 months or something, I'll put out a makeup video if you're into that. Or like, I don't know, some other crap. I have a guinea pig. He's pretty cool. You should like totally follow me on like everything. It's all gonna be in the description. And, you know, have like a cute ass day and all that jazz. And, again, subscribe because bye.